Hello, welcome back to Konnee's Little Corner. I wonder what I'm going to do today. I know what I'm going to do today, but I wonder if you're wondering what I'm going to do today. I am going to do two small orders from shops, whatnot shops that we've been to before, and one larger order from a brand new shop that I recently found. Absolutely adore this shop. It's you come across certain ones and they become your favorites. The third shop that I'm going to show you today, well, let's just say that I've shopped there a couple of times. What I'm going to show you is my very first experience, my very first order. I went back, did a little more shopping. The night before I'm recording this actually, guys, on Halloween. Happy Halloween has already passed, but I'll say it anyway because today's the day that I'm recording it. Last night on October 3rd, I started watching this shop at about 10:30, 11 o'clock. They came on late. The reason they came on late is because they were part of a raid train. Now, Whatnot does these wonderful raid train shows, but not all of them are done during a decent hour for the normal people. But y'all know I ain't normal and I'm up late anyway. So I watched the show. I made a couple of purchases for Miss Nala, of course. And they're in a different time zone than I am. They're in Eastern Standard Time. And they had a raid train that came through 30 minutes slash deals. If you ever find a raid train, get on it because it's usually rapid sales. In other words, they do sudden death, 5 or 10 second bids. Everything is for like flat $3. They have 30 minutes to sell the best they can. And we get in on those bargains because of it. So this raid train came through at 3 p.m. my time, Central Standard Time, 4 o'clock their time. God bless them for that. And I stayed through the raid train, and I think I made one purchase at the $3 rate or $4. Yeah, but raid trains are worth it. So for those of you that don't know, a raid train is basically where shops coordinate. There's usually one person that organizes it all. And probably it could be as many as 30 or 40 shops. They all get designated half-hour slots. And when one shop gets to that half-hour mark, they raid. Basically, they send all their viewers into the next shop that's on the schedule. And then they spend 30 minutes in there. And then that shop sends all their viewers to the next shop down the line. And it continues. And it can go on. I think the Halloween one is still going on until midnight tonight. But I think it started at midnight on the 30th. And it's going on until midnight on a Halloween night. But that's what a raid is. A raid is basically just forwarding all your viewers into the next shop and throwing a bunch of people into their live stream. Raids are fun. If you're a night owl, watch for them. If you're not a night owl, watch for the daytime ones and get in on those raids because you'll save a fortune. All right, let's get started. I get so excited on these raid trains. I have a very tiny order, and this is from Melissa from the Cheap Chick. Now, I don't necessarily get a lot of things at shops. I don't find it necessary to shop like crazy. Well, I do shop like crazy, but I don't have to get those big jumbo boxes. Now, when I stop into an old familiar shop, I might pick up one or two things along the line to have. Okay. So Melissa on this particular show, she was prorating her shipping, meaning that you did not pay the full $9.21 up front and you paid just a little bit. So she was running a dollar table. In other words, she puts a whole bunch of things out on the table. Winner gets to pick what you want, and she would start the bids at either $1, $2, or $3, depending on the types of things she was putting on the table. Might be your starting bid. So I got seeds. They have not expired. definitely not expired. She checked all the dates. And these are for my garden for next year. This is okra, which, believe it or not, I do like a little bit of okra from time to time. These are radish seeds, and I was planning on planting radish seeds in the spring. And then, of course, pumpkin seeds. I thought, what a cool thing if I could plant these pumpkin seeds and then be able to provide the community with free pumpkins for the holiday, or have like a little pumpkin patch where everybody can come and pick their pumpkins. I thought that would be really cool for the community. So I got these 3 packs for $1. That was a great steal. Okay. Then I got this for $1. And I will put, with the seeds, guys, you all know the average prices, right? They're up here. Typically, they're 2 for $1, depending on where you get them. So I got 3 for $1. It was a little bit of a savings, but you know what? It's okay. A little bit of a savings is still a savings. I got this cute picture frame. You can stand it this way, or you can hang it. But is this not country? It's got the washboard and then the little clip where you can, it doesn't have to be a picture. It can be a memento. It can be anything that you want to have out. But I love that it's not really big. It's basically a 3x5 if you were to put a picture in there or on there, but that doesn't mean you can't hang something bigger. I love the rustic wood. The whole rustic design of this thing is absolutely incredible. I'll put the retail price up on the screen for you, but I got this for only $1. I don't know why nobody else wanted it. I can't find anything like this for $1, even at Dollar General or Dollar Tree or Family Dollar. That stuff is not $1 anymore. This was a better deal. So that's what I got from Melissa. And then I won her givyy. And then her givyy was this cute little flower ring. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with that flower ring at the end of this video. I have a little bit of news for you guys, something that I'm sure you've all been waiting for. And by the way, don't forget to hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed. Nice little thank you card from Melissa. Typically, Melissa does put goodies into her bag, but I only spent $2 on this stuff. And no, I'm not worried about what I paid on the shipping, because you know what? On the package from Melissa, she didn't charge me the full shipping. She prorated the shipping, and I only paid a little more than $2 in shipping. So I got this stuff for about $4. Melissa is fantastic to deal with. If she can cut you a break, she will. But I love her finds. So I got her thank you card with the Love Melissa on the back of it. And the cheap chick still gets 5 stars from me. Nothing has changed. It doesn't matter if my order from her is big or small. Now, I have this odd size box. And this one is from Miss Tammy. Tammy has the shop called TLC Sclero Deals. Again, all these shops are on Whatnot. Now, I received this on October 21st. Oh, same thing with Melissa's order. I received it on October 21st. It was from it's actually from a show she did when I was on the road to pick up Nala at night in the hotel when I was winding down. Your girl went on Whatnot. What can I tell you? So somewhere. Okay. These are my things from Tammy. And let's see what I have here. She even sent an apology letter. She says, I'm so sorry. This is the only box I had to fit your stuff. I don't care what it comes in, as long as my stuff is packed nicely. I don't care, right? All right, let's see what we got in here. Now, this is, oh my gosh. Okay, this was a bundle. So I'm going to show you everything I got from her as a bundle. And I will put the manufacturer, I hate MFG, forget that. The average retail price. I will put the retail price up on the screen for each of these items. So the first thing in this bundle was this little bubblegum chewy toy. It does squeak, but it's very soft and crinkly, and it has the tug tug on it. It is something I feel pretty confident that Miss Nala will definitely want to have on her bed. Right now, she has a pile of 5 or 6 suckle toys. She knows where they are in the closet, in the bedroom, by the way, guys, because I don't have a door on that closet yet. I figured out what kind of door I'm going to put on there, but I haven't put it on yet. So she'll go in there, help herself to a toy, and bring it back out to the living space. All right. The next thing in here was this little Santa squeaky. So what I'm going to do with this is actually, I am not going to give this to her as a toy. She's behind me with her ears up. I'm not going to give this to her as a toy. I am making a little felt dog, and I'm trying to customize it as much as possible to make it look like the way she's built, the way her ears are, etc. So that's going to hang on her stocking. I'm thinking I will put this on my stocking as a little additive, a little additive, not attitude, additive to put on the mommy stocking. So that's the second thing in the bundle. The third thing in the bundle is just a little squishy thing. And it's meant to, it has the squeaker up in the one corner, just has one squeaker, but it's very crinkly. And on the back, it says, Dear Santa, I've been a very good doggo this year and would like some Woof and Whiskers toys, please. Some tasty treats would be nice too. Love and slobbery kisses. So it's a little letter to Santa, which I thought was the cutest thing. So that's the third thing in the bundle. The next thing in the bundle. You probably can't hear this because my computer is set to eliminate certain sounds. But this is one of those balls that squeaks, makes a lot of noise. It's very hard. It's probably something for outside. I don't know. I will leave this in the house. I have this in a green that I got from a different shop. Oh, she's looking at me like, what is that, Mom? No, not sure. She's not sure. So that's the next thing in the bundle. Miss Nelva, stop being pushy. Being pushy. Okay. The next thing in this bundle. It's not all for Nola. This is a orange tree. And I'm going to use this next year, but I thought, you know what? It'd be nice to have it on hand. This is an orange tree. It is tall and thin, and it is specifically for Halloween. You can see the leaves are orange and black. I'm not going to spread it out and get all these little orange things all over the place. It comes with the legs with the stand for it. This was the next part of the bundle. Doesn't say how tall it is, but I would guess from looking at it, it's about 15 inches. Let me see. 18 inches tall. There's the measurements right here on the bottom. When you spread it out, 11 by 11 by 18 tall. It's a decent little tree, and I will set it out next year. Halloween is past. But that's why I got such a good deal on these things, because Halloween was past. And then I got these sparkly 3-piece Halloween skull bows. Look at those. Miss Eunice, I thought of you when I got these. Now, these are for decorating. I'm probably going to put them on the tree. I know they'll probably pull that little tree over, but I'll figure it out. Either that or next year I'll hang these in various places on the spider web when I put the spider web out. But that is an amazing set of very glittery, sparkly skull bows. We're still in the same bundle, guys, okay? And then the last thing in the box, well, the last thing in the bundle is this set of Halloween ornaments. 5 different ornaments, black glittery ones, and the orange ones have spider webs on them. Let me turn them around so you can see. They have spidey webs on them. These will go on that tree. I'll find a way to balance them and keep them from falling over, but they'll definitely go on the tree. So hopefully you've been keeping track of the retail prices that I put up on top for all of these items. All right. And they're all new in box, so to speak. 3 Halloween items, 3 stuffy toys, and this crazy sounding ball. All of those in one bundle. Are you ready? $5. That's it. $5. $5. All of that. Tammy is having beyond a clearance sale. She's literally saying everything must go. She's running clothes and other items at $1, $2, and $3 starts. She's prorating the shipping on every items to minimize your out-of-pocket expenses. Bookmark the shows for TLC Sclero deals. This is the time to get in on the different things she has. Right now, she gifted me, which I thought was absolutely adorable, and I can't believe she did it, but she gifted me Mommy and Me winter hats. Mommy says pumpkin spice, and Doggy says, and everything nice. Beautiful dark pumpkin rust color. Little pom-poms on the top. Is that not adorable? Pumpkin spice and everything nice. Now, the doggy one does not have ear holes, but it does have the band. So that, and this has a pretty good stretch. So you can stretch it across the top of the doggy's head. I will try it on Nala to see if it does fit her. Because my little diva, she's not liking the cold. We've had an unusual cold spell. We're 25 to 30 degrees below our normal temperature. We're just starting to warm up a little bit today, the day I'm recording this, which is Halloween. And we're actually going to get into the mid 60s today. We've been in the 50s for the past couple of days, which is crazy. There's been some jet stream bringing cold air down from Canada. Canada can keep their own damn cold air, okay? I didn't move to the South to be cold. I could have stayed in New York for that. So, then this set says, I love my, yeah, she sent me a second set, guys, in case I forgot to mention it. I love my dog from Mommy, and the doggy says, I love my human. Right? It's absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the gray for me, simply because it matches the outerwear that Nala and I have. It matches my sweaters, it matches her robe, it matches one of her shirts. So I'm going to keep this set for Nala and I. And this set, pumpkin spice and everything nice, I'm going to put this in one of the givyy boxes for you guys. And we're going to talk about the givyy box at the end. What I like about this is not just exclusively for mother and dog. It could be for mother and daughter, or mother and son, mommy and a toddler, right? Because this will hold the hat on the toddler You can tuck the string in and take the string off if you don't want to use it. I thought this would be perfect. So she paid it forward to me by gifting me these. I am going to gift this set to you guys. It's a beautiful set. It's an absolutely beautiful set. Good quality, nice thick. All right. $5 for that bundle. The gifted items, quick, unbelievable delivery. Really, really quick delivery on all these items. So Miss Tammy at TLC Sclero Deals still gets 5 stars. I should give her more just for what she saved me on these things. So I now have more Halloween decorations for next year. What I put out this year was very scant, but the highlight of it was Cousin It. That's okay, right? All right. Let me tell you, in case I didn't tell you yet, or I might have pre-recorded it, I don't know, because right now there's a lot of chaos going around here. An awful lot of chaos. Things I've been doing outside for Miss Nala, things I've been doing to prep for the winter, issues going up. For example, right now I have no heat in the house. Both my head units on my mini splits are faulty, and I had a Freon leak, which caused them not to function. But at the same time, it filled my home with the Freon gas, and I started to get this weird chemical tasting puff. And then the error message started showing up on the head units. So I immediately shut them off. I contacted obviously they're still under warranty. My house is only 6 months old. I contacted the builder. They contacted the manufacturer for the units. There are 2 brand new head units on their way from the manufacturer. In the meantime, I am using my little camping space heater. But because my house is so tiny, it's doing a great job. Actually, to the point that I run it for a while and then I have to shut it off because it gets warm in here. And then I don't have to turn it on again until evening time because the house is very well insulated. But that's just one of the things that I'm dealing with. So and I'm also still trying to finish the video for Nala's Got You and give you all kind of like an update. I don't want to give you a 30-second video. I'd like to give you at least 5 or 10 minutes so that you can see everything about Nala and you can actually see her in action and watch her. And it's kind of hard because she's so spontaneous. I can't always grab my camera quick. I'm not one of those people who carries it around with me, so I can't always grab it quick and catch her in the act of doing something. But right now she's behind me sleeping. I can catch that. We're going to let her sleep because what's in this box is all hers. Okay. Hold on. This is a heavy box, and it's a big box. And I don't know where the heck I'm going to put it. I'm going to leave it on the floor, guys, and I'm going to just do the whack-a-mole thing to go up and down to get it. So give me a second. Okay, I grabbed a few things out of it. So this was from a show on 10/21, and I received these on 10/27. So I only got these just a couple days ago because I'm recording this on 10/31, but I absolutely love everything I got. I will give you the retail prices on each item as well as what I paid for them, and I think you're going to be very pleasantly surprised. So the name of the shop is called Rylahs Animal House. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. I had to move the box because Her Highness decided she wanted to check out what was in it. She suddenly woke up. So Rylahs, and Rylahs stands for Ryan and Laura. They have a rescue dog, which is a pit and bulldog mix. Beautiful animal that they adopted, they rescued, and they named this dog Rylah after both of them. So this is Rylah's Animal House on Whatnot. So the first thing I got, couldn't resist it. Hot pink with purple trim. Fur baby. Bright hot pink, lightweight pajama top. Fur baby. This sells for $16.99. And guys, just so you know what Miss Nala is wearing, this is a 3X. 3X. Nice and lightweight. Big armholes. Got a lot of good stretch to it, though she probably won't need it. $16.99 value. She's looking at me like, put that on, Mom, put that on. You'll see pictures with her on, with it on her. I have to tell you what happens. Every time I put a certain thing on her, like if it's heavier, like a sweater or anything that's not a pajama top, she immediately thinks she's going for a WALK. I can't say it. She's smart. I have to spell it. We just came in from one of those. We did 1.5 miles this morning. So when I pull something out and I put it on her, she automatically thinks we're going to be heading out the door. I found out the hard way that it stresses her out too much if I do multiple changes just to get pictures. So as she puts each thing on, I will take a picture at night, so that you get a picture, and then I'll put it up in the compilation of what I'm doing. But fur baby, $16.99, got it for $10. That's still a steal. You try to go any place and get one of these items for anything less than that, and you won't. This is another one, $16.99. Also got it for $10. Again, hot pink, but this is hot pink with a light pink. And this one says, Baby Magnet. She attracts everybody when I walk her. Guys and girls can't help but coming over to see her. But this, again, is a very lightweight pajama top. It says Babe Magnet. See if I can find the brand on these from the tag, if it'll tell me what brand these are. No, it doesn't tell me on the tag. Does it tell me on there? Nope, doesn't tell me. Most of these come from either PetSmart or Chewy. That's the best I can tell you. Pretty much PetSmart or Chewy, because that's where I found the prices of them. All right, this next one, too friggin' adorable. If you've looked at her and you've noticed the way her ears go and the way she has her coloring, I think you're going to understand why I got this one for her. Hold on a second here. Got to unwrap it. I know she's going to love this one. Okay. This one sells for $18.99. Can you see why? It's Baby Yoda. It's an actual Star Wars Chewy apparel. Baby Yoda. And if you've ever looked at Miss Nala closely and you see the way her ears go, she's a Baby Yoda. This whole thing is fleece. It's got Velcro closure, so it's easy to adjust it, easy to get it on and off. It's got a collar that you can fold down or leave up depending on the weather. Actual Star Wars tag, right? Guys, seriously? This, in order to get it to fit her chest, this is a 4X. 4XL. Right. Just to make sure it could go around her chest. When I get anything for her, you can't go by small, medium, large, extra large, because every company makes their size charts differently. There's no standardized sizing for pet clothes, not like in humans. So it's a nightmare trying to buy anything for a dog that's a little unusually shaped, like Miss Nala. Big neck, big chest, smaller back end. She's longer than most staffies. From the neck to her top of her tail is 25 inches. Most staffies are 20 to 22. She's 25, and she's very tall. She's a very long-legged staffy. So she's built different and hard to fit. But when I saw this and the measurements came up, you know I had to have it. Again, $18.99, and I got it for $10. It's so cute. Look at that. Who doesn't like Baby Yoda? You don't have to be a Star Wars fan. Baby Yoda and Groot are the cutest things ever. Hi, okay, and you too. Yes. And you too. Yes, you are. All right. Now, this was one of there's a lot of stuff still down in the box, guys. I'm just doing pretty much clothing first. Okay. So, y'all know how I told you that Miss Null is a bit of a diva. She doesn't like to get her hair wet. She doesn't like to get her face wet. She just does not like water. Well, she doesn't like rain. I can't say that she likes a shower either or being bathed, simply because she just stands there and pouts the entire time. But that's okay. She can pout. But what I got for her as a last resort, hopefully it will help, I got her an actual raincoat. This raincoat sells for $29.99. $30. I got it for $10. Hot pink, reflective gray striping on it. Hood. Now, I know this hood will go over her head, but I might have to put a snip in the neck because I'm not sure how it will be around her neck. This hood is made to fit higher on the neck, not down here where she's 20 inches. This is made to fit up here where the hood stays over her head. But this is raincoat material. You know that vinyl type? Can you see? And it's a cape. This is huge. Huge. Doesn't have any leg holes. It just has the leg strap that you put the legs through. There's the hood. It does have the D-ring hole for walking. It has the drop chest on the front so that it covers her chest area and keeps her from getting wet on the chest. And then it keeps her from getting wet on the back. It has a Velcro closure or not a Velcro, a belt type closure with Velcro so that you can pull it through and adjust it to fit around the girth of your dog. Laura put this on. She wrapped this around herself because we've discovered that Laura's a very petite woman, but we've discovered through the measurements and she's silly. She'll try things on that if it fits her, it'll fit Nala. So this is, what size is this? This is a 4X, but it's adjustable. I love that it has the Velcro pocket in the back. So I can carry poop bags in there. Should she do something while we're on our walk? My girl is going to learn how to go out in the rain, even if it gives me pneumonia. I figure the more she's covered, the less she'll feel. She doesn't mind getting her feet wet because when we go out every morning and we walk, we're walking through the wet, damp grass, the dewy morning grass, or we might go out after it's rained and everything is wet. So it's not about her feet. It's about what comes down on her face and her back. This should take care of the problem. This is an actual raincoat, guys, and it does have a little bit of stretch to it. $30 item for 10. Best deal ever. I have discovered that I'm gonna put a slide out under the bed, another container under the bed for Nala's things, because right now all her sweaters and jackets are taking up the entire coat hook by the front door. I have to be smart about it. Can you see where she helped herself to my section? Yeah. I have to be smart about it and rotate things based on temperatures. So I'll keep whatever's appropriate for the current temperature out here, store everything else in the bedroom or in her drawer. And then as it gets, you know what I'm saying, as the temperatures change, rotate them out so that I only have the ones that I really need and not every single thing hanging. I'll get there. I'll get there. She's only been here a little more than 2 weeks, guys. Today is October 31st that I'm doing this. Her gotcha day was October 15th. So it's only been 16 days. And though I do know, and you know, that I've been preparing for her for 6 weeks prior to getting her, at least 6 weeks, I would think, prior to getting her, that I've been getting things in and preparing. I was organizing little by little, but now that since she got here and I know her size and I took her measurements, then I was able to get things for her that fit her. Okay, let's dig back down in the box. That's just tissue paper. They covered everything out in this nice little Christmas tissue paper. Isn't that sweet of them? Love that they did that. Okay. Next things. Oh my goodness. Okay. She has a Arcadia Trail leash that came with her when the staff from Valley Animal Center brought her to Oklahoma City for me. She came with a heavy duty leash. She came with a Kong harness, but she has other things that I've now since gotten her. That particular lead is a little bit heavier, a little more heavy duty than what she actually needs. So I decided to go down just one notch on the heavy duty. I don't want to go too low because she is almost an 80-pound dog. And she's built like a friggin' tank. If I wasn't strong, she could pull me over in a heartbeat. But I got a lead that should work just as well because it's not really thick. It is a braided lead. It is in hot pink, very, very, very hot pink with black. It's got the extra binding here. It's got the soft grip handle up here, which I like. It's got the no tangle swivel metal clip. There's no plastic. This is solid metal, nice solid clip. This will fit through her outfits, more so that if I'm walking her with a collar, which I typically don't do. I like her to have a harness on, but this is a little bit shorter lead. This is not your standard 6-foot lead. This is only a 4-foot lead. So this will keep her closer to me and on a little bit tighter rein. So I'm okay with this being a little bit thinner in nature. The one that she currently has is about as big around as my thumb. And as you can see, this one is a little narrower than my thumb. And no, my thumbs are not fat. I have normal sized thumbs. Thank you very much. But this sells, you can smell the rubber because they ain't plastic. You know what? It smells like a car tire. That's what it smells like. The smell will go away after a while, but that's what it smells like. So this big, beautiful, hot pink and black lead, this sells for $19.99, so $20, and I picked it up for $7. So I'm going to refer to that as her lightweight lead. Okay. And the next thing, ear finger wipes. Guys, these are the best things since sliced bread. If you've got any kind of animals, I don't care if it's a dog, it's a cat, what size it is. If you've got any kind of an animal that needs their ears cleaned, you got to get this. Let me see if I can get this open. It's completely sealed, and I'm trying to go around and break the seal. Slicing my finger open. I've been a bit of a klutz lately. I've been working out in the backyard, finishing up what I needed to finish up for Miss Sala to keep Miss Nala to keep her safe and to keep her confined as well, which is a good thing I did because yesterday afternoon when she had to go out, she lets me know and we go to the back door. I open the back door and there was this beautiful little black and white cat standing in the middle of the backyard. Nala took off. I mean, she flew. That cat went over the fencing and I was just holding my breath, and Nala didn't even try to jump the fence. She ran up to the fence and literally her nose smashed into the wire, the hog wire that I had put on the inside. And I'm thinking, thank the Lord that I did that, because she would have gone right through that fence and God only knows what would have happened. Got to keep my baby safe, right? So she likes being outside. She likes rolling in the grass. She likes rolling on the ground. She gets dusty and dirty. I can't get this off of here. Why can't I get this off of here? Isn't that terrible that I can't get this off of here? Come on, there we go. All right, I got it. That just tells you how good it was wrapped up. Okay, I will put the retail price up on there. I forgot to write the retail price, but I'll put it up here on the screen for you. I paid $5 for this. There are 50 ear wipes in here. 50 ear wipes. Completely sealed, but I'm going to open it now. I did her ears the other day, and because I don't have my nails on right now with everything I'm doing around here, I just used a tissue over my finger to do it. These ear wipes are moistened. They're not dry. These are moistened. That's what they look like. So the fact that they come in a jar that seals them up, I'm very happy with. You use one per ear. You don't use one on both ears because you could transfer the dirt from ear to ear. So I tell everybody when they're cleaning their animal's ears, move the tissue around so that when you first go into the ear, you're doing it on a clean spot. I've seen so many people just keep their finger in there and clean the ear and then move to the other ear without moving the tissue to a spot that doesn't have gunk on it. I'm like, what are you doing? So MSRP retail price is up on the screen. I paid $5 for this. They have a lot of these guys. They have a couple different brands, but I did check both brands. They had these in their bin. So if you go into the shop and you look in the bin, you can look at this in advance and then Google it so that you can get the reviews and the ratings on it. And that's what I did. Any shop that has a bin, I highly recommend that you go in, look at the bin. If there's anything you're interested in, check it out. Just get the information off it, take a screenshot, use Google Lens, whatever you got to do. Do a little research on the product before you buy it. Great deal on these. And the good news is when I cleaned her ears, she just sat there and let me. She was really, really good about it, guys. We're exploring. Nala and I are finding out all different things as each day goes by. Oh, and update. You might remember that I told you in a different video that Nala does not like having her nose touched or the front of her mouth because she was born with cleft palate. She has that little scar, weird looking thing on her front lip, but I don't really notice it. To me, she's just a beautiful dog. Well, I started doing something a little bit different and it worked. I took a tissue and I dabbed my eyes and I dabbed my nose, and she's watching me. And then I took the same tissue and I dabbed her eyes and I dabbed her nose. Now, in the beginning, she's always let me do her eyes, but in the beginning, she wouldn't let me do her nose. Now, for the past 3 or 4 days, because we do this every day, right? Repetition is the best way to teach. I dab my eyes, I dab my nose, I dab her eyes, I dab her nose, and she lets me. She doesn't pull away anymore. She's come to realize that it doesn't hurt and I'm not going to hurt her. She's learning to trust me even more, even in her sensitive areas. So that's a good thing. That really made me smile the first time she let me wipe her nose. And I only do it once a day. I don't want to overwhelm her, but it worked. Whack-a-mole time. Okay. This was a bundle. Let's see if I can find everything on here. Now, this particular bundle, I got 5 different things for a total of $10. Now, why is that such a steal, you say? Because wait till you see what I got and what they cost individually. You'll know why $10 was a steal. The first thing I got was a bag of T-bones. You ever get these for your animals? I don't know an animal that does not love these. And when I saw she had them, she put them in my bundle. This bag alone, on average, the lowest retail price that I could find was $4.68. So right there, you're talking half the cost of my bundle, right? $4.68. Carryouts. I can't find these in my store. The sweet scoops that look like little pink ice cream scoops. Ice cream inspired dog treats by Carryouts. These are rare. And I don't know where you live, but where I live, when I do find them, they're $2.99 a bag. $3. Most carryouts are like the real common ones, or maybe $1, $1.25, or even $1.50 a bag for this size. And this is the 4.5 ounce bag. This is like the normal size, not the jumbo. $3 average retail on this. So far we're up to almost $8. Bone marrow bites. Old Roy bone marrow bites. Now, some of you are going to say, oh no, Old Roy is hazardous. It's been pulled off the market. No. Old Roy formula has been reworked. It passes all safety and health measures. It's not the stuff it used to be, right? Everything has been redone. Everything has been reformulated. Yes, Old Roy was pulled for a while because they had some issues. They took care of that. There is no more issues with Old Roy. And all my dogs love this. By the way, all these have an expiration date of 2026. It won't last that long. Are you kidding me? This pack of bone bites, on average, sells for $2.33. We all know Old Roy is a Walmart brand. So I can get more of these if I want to pay $2.33, or I can wait and get them in a bundle. So we've got 7. So these 3 alone are worth $10. Still got 2 more packs. Chicken jerky. This one also sells for $2.33. There are a few pieces in here, not a lot. I think this is a 1 ounce, and it's all natural, no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives, made with wholesome chicken breast. Only 3 ingredients, and they're all natural. $2.33 worth for that. And then this is a little over $3, $3.05. These are the Old Roy mini burger bites in the beef flavor. They have the prime rib flavor, but these are the beef flavor. $3.05 for this. So I basically got half this order for free. 5 different items for $10. It was a good savings. Nala will not get all these all the time. However, as you can tell by the bags, I did open them and I gave her one piece of each, and she approved all 5 of these. So these are all Nala approved. $10 for that bundle. Okay. One more thing in this box, and this is a big thing. I wasn't going to get this. As a matter of fact, I had one for Levi. When I had Levi and Sadie, they each had their own. And then when Sadie passed a little over a year ago, I donated hers. And then when Levi passed this last July, I gave his to his babysitter for her dog so that her dog could have this wherever she wanted it. I got a new one for Miss Nala, and I got a steal on this. Hold on. This is the heavy part. This is an elevated dog bed. And the difference between this and the one I had is the frame on this bed is metal. The frame on the beds that I had gotten for Sadie and Levi were heavy duty plastic, basically. But this is metal frame. And I'm opening the box because I want to actually show you everything. Oh, I'm making a mess here. This was the best deal. Now, she had this in her shop under the bin, the buy it now, at a set price. I had done a lot of shopping with her, as you can see. I had already spent about $40, $50. And I said, I'd really like to have that for Nala. And I was talking to myself. I'd really like to have that for Nala. And I wonder if she'd cut back price for me. So I sent her a private message. And then I went into the buy it now, because in the buy it now, you can make offer. So I made the offer, and then I sent her a message in the chat. I messaged her in the chat, say, hey, I just sent you an offer on a bin item. Please let me know. She checked it right away. 10 seconds later, she comes back. Absolutely, Konnee, be happy to do that for you. Elevated dog bed. And this is no little bed. This is a 41-inch bed. It's the exact same size as her orthopedic mattress that's in the living room. And these pieces are metal. You probably can't hear anything. They are metal. Now, I already know how to put these things together. Not a problem. Big, falling out of the box. Big, heavy canvas, ventilated. There it is. Open airflow, cooling bed. Now, this time of year, this bed is going to stay in the bedroom. I'm going to put it together and put it in the bedroom with her stuff on top of it. I want her to get used to it, to how it feels to be on it. When the weather is warmer, this will be her outside chair to get her up off the ground. I have my chair and I have my hammock. I don't know if she's going to try to get in the hammock with me come summer, but she might. This is going to be hers. So this is an absolutely beautiful item. I can't even pronounce the name of it, but if you want to scan the barcode right there, or that code, I'll hold it right there for a second so that you can do that. All right. So it says elevated pet beds feature Teslin mesh fabric, breathable and supportive, allows for airflow, helping to keep the pet cool and comfortable during the warmer days. off-ground design. She just makes herself to home, doesn't she? Look at that. She knows this is her home, guys. She didn't even hesitate to do that. I've invited her up enough. She knows it's an open invitation. So it says, elevated design keeps your pet off the ground, reducing contact with dirt, dust, and moisture. The raised dog bed provides extra comfort and support, promotes sleeping with fresh air, and helps with joint relief. Well, she's an older dog. She needs that joint relief. She needs the air circulation underneath her. And she does have some sort of contact dermatitis. Maritza, who was the manager out at the shelter, sent me an email stating that in the summertime, when Nala would go out and either, walk in the grass or roll in the grass, she would come back in and have all little sorts of red blotches on her belly and in her abdomen area. She'd get all red and speckled, and sometimes she would even get welts. Well, that tells me it's some sort of contact dermatitis. I want to minimize that if I can. I don't know if it's the environment. Obviously, there may be different things on the ground in California than there are here, but I want to be prepared. So I got her this particular bed. I will mention it again to her vet if I start to see any signs. I do know in the past, Levi had some allergies, and I kept Benadryl on hand for him. So I already have Benadryl on hand for her. Yeah. These dog cot beds come with non-slip feet, ensuring a safe and stable resting spot for your furry friend, even on smooth and slippery floors. Easy to clean. You just hose it off. That's all you got to do. Hose it off, brush it off, because it's not canvas. It's a mesh. The ones I had for Sadie and Levi were canvas with plastic legs. This is mesh, right, with metal legs. So I am going to put what I found to be the average retail price up on the screen for this particular bed. And this bed will hold up to 100 pounds, by the way, guys. This particular size one will hold up to a 100-pound dog. So now they're going to be pushing it. But still can't believe this. Laura discounted this item for me down to $15 from what it was listed at in the shop, and way down from what it's listed. $15 for this incredible gift. That's how I look at it. This is going to keep Nala safe. So I will be putting this together later on, probably while I'm uploading this video or after I edit this video. Yeah. So Rylahs Animal House. Now, it is a new shop to me, but it is not a new shop to Whatnot. They are doing great. They have a huge following. I'm trying not to let things fall. They have an absolutely huge following. Their chat is fun and lively. They have a moderator that's there pretty much on a regular basis. But last night, she had so many people coming through, especially because of the raid train, that I just jumped in and, did what I could to help. I helped answer questions. I helped to clarify things for Laura and Ryan. I communicated with them. They didn't make me an official moderator, but I still did the work to try to help out their mod because the chat was just fast and furious. And I didn't want to see Laura and Ryan having any difficulty. Laura, it was getting a bit chaotic, and Laura's head was about to spin off her shoulders, especially when the raid train came through with like 50 some odd people in it. Why are so many people up at 4 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time? Seriously, guys. All right. But anyway, let's see how it breaks down for my very first ever review and rating on Rylahs Animal House. Now, shipping speed and packing. Very quick. 4 days. That's all it took. 4 days. Came quick. nicely, securely packed. I think I'm actually save that box and use it out in the shed for some odd size things that I have to store because that's a nice size box. So full star for the shipping and the packing. The price of the item and the price of the shipping. Oh, my coffee's too hot. I can't even drink it. Prices of the item, I'm happy with that. Not a deep discount, but still a good discount. On average, anywhere from 30 to 50% off or more, depending on the items. So the prices were good. The prices of the shipping, even with that heavy item, the way that Laura and Ryan do it is when you're in their show, they prorate. So basically you pay your $9.21 shipping over your first two items. When you make your first two purchases, it's broken up to equal $9.21. Then for the remainder of the show, regardless of the weight, regardless of if you have 50 or 100 items in your box, if your package like this thing, that bed alone weighed 15 pounds. I should have been charged. $9.21 is a 5-pound limit. I should have been charged over $30 for shipping. This entire box, my shipping was only $9.21. So it doesn't matter how many items you get. When you hit $9.21, that's your max shipping for the entire show. They absorb the rest of the cost themselves. Seriously, guys. Price of the shipping, price of the items, they're getting a full star for that. Variety and presentation. They have stuff for birds, for fish, for gerbils. It's extra, extra small, all the way up to like 5XL. And they're getting more larger stuff in. Collars, harnesses, jackets, vests, sweaters, clothes, pajamas, booties, beds, toys. Yeah. Outrageous variety. Treats. In case I forgot to mention anything, they have it. And if they don't have it, you ask. And if they don't have it, they will get it. All right. That's just the way they are. So variety, excellent. Presentation, excellent. They need, well, I can't say they. Laura's really good about how she presents something when she holds it up. She backs up from the camera a little bit so you can actually see the true size of something and not get really close where it looks bigger than what it is. She had extra small things that were like literally the size of her hand. Clothes for like, I think there was someone looking for an outfit for a 20-ounce puppy. My dog drops more than 20 ounces. They had an amazing way of presenting their items. Like I say, Lori even tried on a couple of items. She put them on. She modeled them. Ryan modeled a couple. Ryan needs a little bit of work because he doesn't always give, in other words, he'll say extra small, but he won't say how many pounds does that fit or what inch chest does that fit? Or he might say, this is an extra large. And I kept going, measurements, weight, trying to remind him to give a little bit more info. But my rule of thumb is if you're not willing to take a chance, then just don't bid. You ask the question and, what's the weight? Question mark. What's the girth? Question mark. You know, as I said, the sizes are different based on the manufacturer. So it's important that with the presentation, you get a little bit of information. Laura is excellent. Laura will say, well, this will fit a 5 to 10 pound dog. Or she'll measure saying, okay, this one will fit up to a 35-inch chest, or this one will fit up to a 20 or 26-inch chest. She's always doing that. And she's always on Ryan's case. They're the cutest couple. She's always on Ryan's case to get him to do the same. He's learning. So he tends to run the treats, the collars, the leashes, the dog beds, things that don't require any or a lot of measurements. But their presentation is good. Their communication, it's excellent. All right. They stop and look at the camera and they chat with you through the camera. They will them and their moderator communicate back and forth. They're always looking at the notes, trying to stay on top of things. Laura will give you an explanation for something. If she doesn't have it, or if she did have it, she'll let you know why, when, if, no, yes. She won't leave you hanging. Instead of just, some shops will say, no, I don't have that. Laura doesn't do that. She goes a step above. She goes, no, I did have that. I'm hoping to get some more. Or she might say, I did order some more. They should be in another week or so. Check back again, bookmark the next show. I might have them by then. So she gives you a little bit more information as opposed to just saying no. I like that about her. Seller attitude. Seller attitude it's hysterical, guys. I got to tell you, these two absolutely just crack me up. They're like the typical married couple that if she says blue, he'll say green. If she says hot, he'll say cold. You get what I'm saying? It's that banter going back and forth, that little harmless bickering that they do, and then they laugh about it, right? If you go into their show and he's showing you a pair of doggy PJs and they have a little butt flap on it, the minute Ryan says the word butt flap, he breaks out laughing. It doesn't matter how many times he says it. He can't control it. So if you go into their show and you see Ryan, you go, hey, butt flap, how you doing? And make sure you spell butt with 2 T's. Make it correct. He'll laugh for the entire show. Doesn't matter, right? But she'll laugh right along with him. Not at him, right along with him. So their attitude is great. They enjoy what they're doing. They have fun. They stay up late to do it. They run long shows, on average 4 to 6 hours. They will be on with their shows. If you have limited time and you're looking for something specific, I did discover in the shows that I was there for that if you ask and say, hey, I can only be here a few minutes. Could you please show me what you have for this, that, or the other thing? And they will. They'll stop what they're doing and they'll grab your request. And they'll say, okay, everybody, please hang in there. And then they'll do it so that you can get what you want and leave. You don't have to sit there for hours. I like to sit there for a long time because I like to see what she's coming up with. You got to remember, I'm reviewing the shop. So I need to see all the different things that they have and how they handle different situations and what their comments and communication and everything else is about. So yeah, last night I hung out for a total of 7 hours. I got about 4 hours sleep and then I got up this morning and started the routine with this one. She's such an angel. I know. How many of you have been staring at her while you're listening to me? Raise your hand. I want to see hands in the comments. Don't lie, because I know you've been doing it. All right. So, based on my rating system, speed of shipping and packing, item price and shipping price, communication, presentation and variety, and seller's attitude, based on all those things put together, Rylahs Animal House, unfortunately, is stuck with me. They're going to get 5 stars. You got to go check them out, guys. Seriously. Even if you just go watch, you have to check them out. She's got another show going today. I don't know how she did all that last night. She'll catch a few hours sleep and then she'll do another show today. It can get a little overwhelming for her, but you can tell she enjoys it. She really does. So that's my orders for today. And oh my gosh, we're already over an hour. I just want to give you a little bit of information about what's going on around the corner. Well, I'm not going to tell you too much about that. Suffice it to say, I am working diligently to get Nala's gotcha video updated and all the different things that I've done for her. A whole bunch of different pictures in different outfits. And yes, there's going to be a lot of pictures of her sleeping. Why? Because when you have a rescue, the most important thing is that they feel safe enough to close their eyes and sleep soundly. And that's important. So I'm hoping that when I do get this compilation finished and I get it posted, that you all can appreciate the acceptance, the changes, the peacefulness, and the happiness that this creature now has. She'll never see the inside of a cage again. She'll never see a kennel again. And I think she knows. I think she can tell. So what I'm about to tell you, y'all know what I've been doing for her. And what I haven't shared with you, you'll see soon. But what I do want to share with you is I gave you a heads up that I was going to split up my subscriber appreciation boxes. Can you see these 4 boxes right here? 3 brown ones, and right down there's another one. So see those 4 boxes? I have divided up all my givyy items into 4 boxes. I am going to do 4 separate givyys. Now remember, if you want to get into my givyys, you must be a subscriber. So you hit that subscribe button, and you need to stay subscribed to me. But I'm going to let you decide which box I start with. And I don't care what my subscriber count is. I just want to show you guys appreciation. So I do want to get 1 box out in November. So here are the boxes. I have a beauty box. Not going to tell you what's in it, but once you guys vote, all right, I will show you what's in the box before I actually put that givyy up for winning, so to speak. So I have a beauty box. Then I have a ladies only box. I have a children's box. And I have an electronics box. And of course, I have a separate package back there, which I am going to donate based on the votes that you cast previously on all the different things that I was getting. So, beauty box, ladies only, kids, or electronics. You vote which one you want me to start with. I'm going to give you 1 week from when you see this. All right, you're probably seeing this on November 7th, I'm going to guess. So I will give you until November 14th. I'll give you to November 13th, which is a Thursday. That night on November 13th, all right, yeah, I'll do it on a Thursday night. That night, I will calculate which box got the most votes. And then on the next day, on the 14th, I will do a video of that box and tell everybody how they can get in it. Right? So we have 4 boxes coming out. No, they're not all going to come out in 1 month. I'm going to stagger them. But between Thanksgiving and Christmas is when the first box is going to get mailed, because I want you guys to get it before Christmas. But you're not going to get to see in advance so that you can kind of figure out, oh, well, I want this, I want that. Nuh-uh. You're going to vote blind. This is like a blind taste testing. You're going to vote blind. Beauty, ladies only, children's, or electronics. Which box do we start with? Up to you. In the meantime, don't forget to give a big thumbs up. Those likes count for the algorithms to get this out. And if you can't share, at least hit that hype button, because that will also get the channel out into the algorithms. Be sure to leave your comments, because you know I will acknowledge every single comment and or comment in return. I at least will give all of you a heart just for taking the time to communicate with me. And if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, or you, again, find yourself to be unsubscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I will tell you, I found out a little bit more information from my liaison at YouTube. They are unsubscribing people that have more than 1 account. So if you have subscribed under 2 accounts and they your information on file with YouTube shows that you're the same person, they're going to unsubscribe the second account that you subscribed with. So if you have Jane Doe and then you have J Doe, you have two different ones. Whichever one you subscribed with first, they'll leave alone. The second one, they'll unsubscribe you. Or if they, for some odd reason, think it's spam subscriptions, there are people out there that pay other people to subscribe to their channels for monetization purposes. I even got a spam mail from somebody at YouTube saying, hey, we can get you 1,000 more subscribers. It'll cost you $4 a month. We can get you 1,000 more views. It'll cost you $10 a month. Thinking, hell no, I'm getting mine legit. I ain't paying for that stuff. Who's the lowlife that would pay for that? I was pissed. And let me tell you, I sent them a very strongly worded email and I reported them to YouTube. Your girl's above board. Honesty and integrity above all else. But for you guys, stay hydrated. Above all else, for you guys, well, and for me, please stay sweet. Please. And my little couch potato and I, gotta love her. We'll catch you soon in another video. Thank you for always coming back. Thank you for being patient while we begin our new lives together and we build that future. Thank you for supporting my channel. I'll see you soon. Love ya.